Oke lor, kembali lagi bersama Dakrum di sini di Assassin's Creed Valhalla di part 56. Setelah kemarin kita beraliansi dengan King Halfdan dan terjadi beberapa situasi yang sangat apa ya, bisa dibilang membesat hati gitulah. Nah, setelah kita pulang lapor ke si Ranvi, kita melakukan pledging lagi di Glowecestrescire ya, di Glowecestrescire. Dan ternyata di sini itu kita akan mencari si Gunnar. Dimana si Gunnar itu blacksmithnya kita ya, yang ada di Ravensthorpe. Dia katanya lagi mencari istri di sini nih. Kita suruh ketemu. Nah, lokasinya nanti kalau kita pakai si Raven, ini kelihatan ada daerah sini nih, si Gunnar ini. Oke, bagaimana petualangannya di Glowecestrescire? Mari kita simak bersama-sama. Oke. Sekarang si Eivor sudah bisa dibilang sudah 60% perjalanan di Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Over here, Eivor. Thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you'd been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with my Zigwili.
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Naf mama dad carried evan gilid an anon. Couldn't help druise me.
Bahasa apaan
Bridget
anjir?
Man Pa were the last high priestess and Eldorman. They since passed on. But the current Eldorman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this Eldorman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. Ut trwy bags of air sich o gwmpas gilid. A Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
Apa lagi?
So the Eldorman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skull for years to come.
And the Mercians here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger?
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain.
Hell's
Most are too
horses!
busy
Watch
with the
out!
festivities to pay us mine.
Samhain. Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let us bring a few back.
Venus where? Don Quixote?
Eh?
There is the Eldorman. Kunan!
Sinon. Oh, Eldorman niya. Pakai
A
tanduk
good leader,
apaan?
seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevdur. Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be Eldorman after Kunan. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
My friend's wedding. What's the problem? You are the next Eldorman. Oh, my friend's wedding.
I am here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
Puppet rulers. Ah, anjir. Nomor 1 lah.
So-called puppet kings keep your lands safe and your bellies full. I ask no thanks, only hospitality.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevder,
Gloucester.
as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
Shall we then? Okay. A Tale of Wicked Fire. Aish, cerita tentang Wicked Fire.
Samhain. Kunon humors these pagans too much. It is the first thing gone when I am Eldorman. Fires and magic, spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. A festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around,
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
the profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenhelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Lo, in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You are a kinder man than the mask you wear. But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Kunan for your safe return. I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety.
Oh,
Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from? Fell the swine!
uish.
That was close.
Ada bagong.
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Gunnar has the eyes of prophecy.
His blood, cloven hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Glowecester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Gunnar...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks.
Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
Yeah, whatever. Uish. Kayak ini rumahnya tuh kayak rumah-rumah hobbit. Kecil-kecil gitu. Oh, ikan apa ini? Kita pause dulu ya, mau ngecek ikannya apa ini. Oke, lanjut. Ternyata di situ adalah burbot, palok, sama bullhead. Jadi nggak perlulah karena kita sudah punya. Kita ganti lagi nih. Come on, Gunnar. What is wrong?
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path and I usually safe. To the Brevo.
Apa? Ini bahasa apa?
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
Yeah, he's
I
fine.
kept my word to Gunnar, and that spatcock Tefter lives.
Restraint, Eivor? I was half expecting you to wallop the lad around the head and ass.
I've bridged hands with most of England, Gunnar. And I've held my temper around worse than Tefter. I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest.
Okay,
Skull.
Skull.
let's call.
So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Ni gwisgalan fel y sbrydon and creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Glowecester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Apa itu?
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary-Louved. Now, let's hooden. Become the Mary-Louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale, And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering, but even a knife to my throat could not make me sing on command.
Shame. I heard your voice clear as a bell. Knocks fall from the sky and then...
Gunnar,
Apa ini maksudnya?
trick or treat.
What business have you? Oh, the Mary Lwyd. Right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year. Sour night and the moon is high. Mary Lwyd haunts my door.
Nomor 1.
Give me sweets and candied treats, the kind I most adore.
Here then, sweets for the Mary Lwyd. You've earned it.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cakes to turn you into a gentle skull.
Are you ready to rhyme with me?
Down the road from my abode, there is an open vale.
Nomor 1.
Hope to God this Mary Lwyd doesn't fail.
Ah, have a cake for your troubles then.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones.
Then, through the mist of the night,
Eivor, mighty warrior, knocker of doors, victor of cakes. How does it feel to pillage what is freely?
Coba yang ini.
Good.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Look at these cakes. Sweet as honey, Gunnar. You should see this. Gunnar. My cakes.
the white lady, her dark eye fell upon the children and...
Oh, di sana dia.
What did you say to me?
I said,
Gunnar!
cloth ears, take your foot.
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hood him more. You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ him tore.
Age me, old lord.
Oh dear.
It's you lot we should be burning alive.
Are you sure you don't want to
dear.
stay in Glowechester?
They know how to have fun.
Oh dear.
You're finished.
Whoosh.
Four spears! My leg!
Gunnar,
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Ti'n lwcus. Modrons o gwmpas dy patch ys lan.
Your aid is welcome.
Men drown themselves in ale on Samhain. But I fear for the fragile peace when Tevder becomes Eldorman.
With dyn yn ffôl. Regardless o pwysiad pŵar.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Glowecestrescire. But I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwenith, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before you return.
Give me strength.
Mae mam Modren is known am ei humor tywyll gydran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make merry and try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
That limb will be fine, but no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Speak to Gunnar. Wih, ada orlog di depan.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end the day.
Eivor, there you are.
Tevder,
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Anjir, ayo.
give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
For shaveling of the Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearths and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
Skull. Siap.
Keep on. The honor of Glowechester is at
Aye.
stake. I will not leave these lands to one who laps at ale like a cat.
That's foul. Come, lad. The leader of Glowechester should hold more mead than that.
I have seen babes in arms drink a hogshead of ale faster. Drink, man, drink!
Come on, lad. Show the Dane your mettle.
Anjir, mabok ini. Menang.
Good effort, Tevder. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the Eldormen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. like Eldorman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
Sacrifice. That's noble.
A true father sacrifices himself for his people, gives his all, his blood and flesh. A great honor, but a sad fate.
When you speak these words, it reminds me of the Christ.
Aye, lad. Now you can see how a man like myself sees the value in both.
A toast, then, to Eldorman Coonan, joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns head high.
Anjir. Aduh, sacrifice, pengorbanan dibakar.
Weak! What is this? Water? I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
You heard the man. Give him something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an arse, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's arse, yes.
Soft words from a heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
Oh no. Homo bangke. Masa very nice langsung ada lope gitu. Kurang ajar. Dijejelin bendera pelangi. I'll be your friend dah.
Tefter, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Eldorman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest!
Udah aja gitu doang. Anjir. Kalau nomor 1 kayaknya dibawa ke kamar nih. Bang.
Shh. People are sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow? Like pig?
Flaming pig. Chases you home at night. Silly words to scare silly children.
You see magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps I judge too much. Truths I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
Aduh.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh!
Here we are. Right inside here.
Anjir mabok. Si Eivor
Tefter!
mabok.
Tefter!
Aduh, kursi nggak enakan, euy.
Tefter! Where are you?
Apa ini anjir? Ya. Anjir. Mabok anjir. Ada.
Hell's wrath. What happened last night? And the effects of that draft still cling. After, are you here? Tefta's bodyguard, killed by knife. This part has been broken and it's covered in blood. A weapon, maybe. Blood. Could be Tefta's, if he was the heavy thing being dragged.
This guy.
Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
What's happened here? Open this door! Come out of there!
Aduh. Duh, dia nggak bisa ininya. Anjir, nggak ada lagi panahnya, Dudul. Anjir, nggak ada. Aduh. Bisa cuy. Gitu.
Willem's pouch. I wonder if it still has a little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards. And to disable Tefta. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Willem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Willem's special something. Maybe Mother Modron will know the contents.
Modron walk a healer near the river separating Glowecestrescire. Iya, daerah sini. Mana nih keluarnya?
There he is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same!
Kunin, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Glowecester will be without an Eldorman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain. Get the murderer!
Aduh.
Where's my hood here?
Bleeding dunghill!
Hands tacky with old blood from the new king. It would be best to lie low. Show me what lies ahead.
Yeah, masih pusing. Salah.
Oh, hello, little one.
The croaking toad hopped down the road, followed by an owl.
Just beyond their fetid lake, the ghosts are on the prowl.
That was a little weird, but I like it.
What do you see?
Oh, itu di atas.
There's Modron up ahead.
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
No, it's not. I awoke in Tefter's wrecked home. Blood, but no body. Cunan's men are after me for the lad's murder.
Uh-oh. Did you stab him? Mother, can I see?
Blood but no body? We must see what has happened to him.
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Could have gotten far!
They're coming for you. If they know I've aided you, it'll be my head next.
Can you...
I've seen nothing and no one.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halliwyn.
Yes. Halliwyn's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollendrich. Find me there later.
Aid me.
Daerah sini dia. Great Ouse River, Cherwell. Thames River, Cherwell River. It is on a lake. Oh, lake danau di sini berarti Druid Cottage. Nah, ini dia. Druid Cottage ke situ ya. Oke, kita telek sini. sana dia. Jauh juga. Kabur.
Have a look, Sunan. That must be the home of the druid.
Set, ikannya banyak. Ikan apa aja nih? Oh, ini mah udah. Lele ini udah semua sini kan.
The fellow's land is peopled by men of straw.
Oh, Spirit, you have finally come. Days ago, a passing cloud foretold your arrival with droplets of sun-scented rain. But what form of being are you beneath this guise of horse and bone? From the realm of the Fae? I know you cannot say. I press no more. Whatever you be, now you are here, the ritual may begin. Oh, but the men of straw must announce you with sparks. Ignite the sky to begin anew, here at the death of the season. Until then, I await you, giving thanks in the glen.
Ignite, help prepare for ritual.
A Wickerman speaks.
Aylwin said that the Wickerman must announce me with fire. Perhaps I should set them ablaze.
Another. Let there be cacophony. One more.
Where's?
They roar. Do you hear them? A chorus of fire.
That should be the last one. Back to the druid.
Speak to me, O wind.
I've come to ask you a single question.
Something about your demeanor and your physical manifestation now gives me pause. Are you truly a spirit of light?
I am a spirit as any other.
Then prove it. You must know the depths of the world's mysteries before I will help you.
Aduh.
Tell me the proper use of charms.
Very well. Ask your riddles.
Which charm summons aid for maidens?
Give me a measure of time.
Are you a spirit of darkness? If it be not so, come back and try anew.
What are these things he's asking me? There must be trinkets around his house that will help. This dagger is placed upside down. hangman's noose, a knife, and the vile smells of poison. 3 ways to kill someone. Their mouths are open, like they've been screaming secrets. This symbol is one I've seen carved into shields and headstones. Ladles carved from a single branch. The grooves match.
Oh, okay. Fun force that should be brought. Whoosh. Sabrina.
The statue of a woman, Sabrina, watches me from the water below.
Speak to me, O wind. Have you found yourself? If you are a spirit of light, answer me this. Which charm summons aid for maidens?
Sabrina of the Severn.
Maidens in peril are protected by Sabrina of the Severn.
Sabrina the water nymph, yes. Which is the charm that weds souls?
The double spoon.
The charm of the double spoon.
Yes, such that a wedded pair can sup broth together. Man and woman are made of earth, of water, and wind. Which charm clods the earth, dries the water, and stills the wind?
Stills the wind. The therefore death.
Threefold death stops life's wind, returns a body to earth, and renders water into poison.
Threefold death is the charm. You are a spirit of light. Mabon be praised. Would you like some bread and cream?
No, just the answer to a question. This herb pouch made its way to Glowecester in the hands of a strange man. Do you know it?
Aye. A mix to help him sleep. I filled this very pouch. And over a dandelion wine, he spoke fondly of his home, Cooth-Lodrin.
Cooth-Lodrin? Very well. I thank you, Halwyn, that this spirit has others to visit this harvest moon.
Go with the wind and leaves, good friend of the hills.
Udah aja gitu doang. Clue and riddles.
Strange name. Meanwhile, Modron awaits me at the stones nearby. Show me.
The Stolen King. Find and speak to the Modron. Oh, ada ini. Dia adalah Zilot. Ada Zilot di depan. Come on.
No!
Eh? Satu. Cuman satu biji.
Go, my eyes.
Yeah! Sure!
I can see Modron ahead. How far has the search for me stretched?
Far enough to say it's best you stick to the countryside and wear that disguise. But Tefder's body has not been found as yet.
That night was full of drink and merriment. I do not remember much, but I had no quarrel with Tefder.
A sorry tale. Did you learn anything from Halewin?
He gave some herbs to a man from Cuth Lodren, name of Gwilim. He was drinking with Tefder and myself.
Cuth Lodren is the Welsh name for the thieves' warren. It's atop a hill west of here. I can lead you.
I owe you a great deal for all your aid. You did not have to trust me.
Tefder's fate is to my interest as well. This is a troubling development that I hope to get to the bottom of.
Alah. I need a moment dulu ya, mau nge-solve dulu riddle di depan. Bentar dulu ya.
I would like to look at these sacred stones before we depart.
The old gods whisper in these stones. I've had my fill of their secrets. Tell me when you're ready to leave.
Okay. Odin sight will have the thing more clearly. Odin sight.
Welcome, fair traveler, curious child of his. I am Brendan of Ireland, and through light and voice have these stones spoken to me. Here lies the markings of him, where a second voice, higher than most, spoke to me again. Listen to all I have learned through prayer. Long ago was a great and tragic war. The offspring of gods who lived before the deluge. I pray for these rebel angels who came before.
Iya, ini udah betul. Kena tapi kurang
Sunan, guide me.
Bukan, Shit, gak ketemu. Aduh, merinding pula, merinding bulu romaku. Nah, itu dia.
I feel something. Light and heat.
Anjir. Lagi menyerap cakra alam si Eivor. Oke, kita lanjut.
Are you ready to depart?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's make haste then. I must find Gwilym and regain my honor. This forest and all of Glowecestrescire feels untamed. I feel as if I've ridden my horse through a door to another world.
Aye, there is old magic here. Old magic that would be snuffed out by Tevder and his church.
Tevder did speak of reformation. Do you think that's why he was targeted?
There are many who would claw their way to the top. Tevder's disappearance could be the work of any.
But you are a witch, open to wisdom from the gods. Have you seen anything?
I see much smoke. Are there any rival Danes passing through?
Finish her!
Kuthludren, the Thieves' Warren. This is where I leave you.
You'll find somewhere safe.
There's a shrine nearby. If you've need of me, then meet me there. Gods old and new go with you.
Okay. The Thief Warren. Oh, si Gerlin tuh diculik toh. Diculik ternyata dia. Kita ganti dong senjatanya, open combat.
Guards here are vigilant.
You're mine.
Stop and face death!
Learned this from one of the daughters of Nainu. Blessed information. Should help us.
Yeah, no sign here.
Stefan's voice. So he lives.
Right!
Hey! Her narrow in the cur's back!
That must be where Wheelim is hiding.
I won't go down easy!
Go, Zulin.
Mana nih?
Oh, shit.
Oh shit is right. Eivor, you're alive.
Have mercy! We're under orders! Eldorman Gunnar, he gave us coin to dispose of Tepter.
Then he should demand it back. Shit sails haunt you are. Cannot kill a single man. You made a poor choice in scapegoat, Gwillem.
And we thought that if we kept the lad alive, we could squeeze Kunan for more coin to keep it secret.
Why kill?
Why would Kunan pay to have Tefter killed? He is to be his successor.
We ain't ones for details. The less we know, the better, yeah?
You chose to extort the man, but have no basis for the crime. You're imbeciles.
Look, we wasn't gonna kill the lad. We've come to like having him around. Tell him we've taken care of you.
Kunan did this? Why? I've done nothing to...
Oh, gods, is he dead? Wake up! Wake up! Tell the Dane I've hand-fed you like a baby sparrow.
Move, fool.
Look, Eivor, we're mates, right? Had drinks together. Remember the chickens?
Speak again and I'll take your tongue.
Tefter will need to see a healer. This lord have been smearing dung on his face. But I've been held for ransom by worse men.
Thank you for your aid, then. And try not to get held for ransom a third time after you flee.
Thank you, stranger.
Thank you. It is much appreciated. When I awoke in this demon lair, I feared the worst.
Save your strength, Tefter. It's a long ride.
Kunan, he ordered my death. I don't understand. He's been like a father to me.
I will ask him myself.
I was mulish when he spoke of the pagans being just as we, living in kindness under the laws of many gods.
This scrape has changed you, Tefter.
Changed me. Changed the dressings.
He's hot to the touch, and his mind fades in and out. But he lives.
Perhaps a sickness of the blood. Shame, shame. He was captured by the men there?
They claim to have been hired by Kunan.
Kunan did this?
I know not why. Only that he gave them coin to dispose of Tefter. You can see how well they saw to that.
They were alike once, the boy and Kunan. God-fearing Christians arguing the nature of life with me. But he softened. Men do great evil to cling on to power and save their skin. Perhaps he means to put Tefter to flame in his place.
Does not the right demand the leader?
If he made the lad's body Eldorman, then it would still be right to sacrifice.
Then he's not safe until I've dealt with Kunan. Can you tend to his wounds?
I'm a very good healer. But if the gods want him to join them, I cannot stop their will. Eivor, what will you do with Kunan?
Kita expose.
I will reveal his sins. Let his people decide if he deserves an honorable death.
The man tarnished your name and you would let him live?
Shame for shame. Not even his god will welcome him when I'm done.
You are resolute then. Then may you ride as Rhiannon.
Thank you, Modron. And please, take care of Tefter. I must get to Kunan before the festivals end.
Oke, The Stolen King. Aduh, rajanya di stolen. Kita diminta balik lagi ke sana, berarti ya Sabrina Spring. Nah, ini di Glowecestrescire ada kunci kalau nggak salah nih di sini nih. Tapi sebelum itu kita ke sini dulu lah ya. Oke.
the Longhouse is a good place to start. Festivities haven't started yet. There's still time to search for Gunnar.
Longhouse. How can we go too many gardens? Terlalu banyak penjaga.
Not worthy of its perch. Stay awake. Help!
Richard is here. Oh, I shall polish my ears in hopes that a word of clarity will slip through them.
Eivor, finally tiri de chwaled.
Aduh, tengah arti bahasana apa lagi?
Bridget, it is good to see you.
Eivor, but has become of Tevder. Did you faint your scarf?
Thank you. I've found Tefter alive and safe. I need to speak to Kun.
Bridget! I found an abandoned bird nest in the rafters. I'm going to take it home to Mother.
If you gather it, then the babans will do it all a lay got.
It's you again. The Samhain butcher.
The Samhain butcher. Never mind. Gwynedd, I'm looking for Kunan. Have you seen him?
He's busy with the festival and shooed me away to Bridget. Would you like to see some magic I've been practicing?
Can you show me to Kunan if I say yes?
Just one trick, and then I can show you around. Okay. So reach into this pouch. And the number of stones you're holding is 3.
Wonderful magic, Gwen. But now I really need to find Kunan.
Dahlia de Amser!
Oh, dear.
Come on, let's go find him. There are the church ladies. They don't like the festival, but Mama says they come anyway to cluck cluck like hens. Do you want to see another trick? I can pull an acorn from your ear.
I need to find Kunan. It's important.
You're lost, Butcher.
It's Eivor. Why is that woman where... Have you seen Eldorman Kunan?
Oh, that unholy visage startled me. It's past sundown, so Kunan has retired to the church for prayer.
I have business with him.
Even if you have business with him, it will have to wait until the morning. Locked himself in. Only Geva has the key.
Would Geva let me in?
She's been instructed not to. Not that I can see her following a task so simple. Girl'd forget her own head if it weren't attached.
Thank you for your help. I will speak with Kunan tomorrow. The key is held by someone named Geva. I must find her. Have you seen Kunan?
Hey, it's the Mary Ruid. Rhyme with me, Mary Ruid.
Sorry, friend. I have other matters to attend to.
You're no friendly spirit at all.
I'm looking for Glowecestrescire Eldorman.
Well, the one who still draws breath is in the church.
How do I get in?
You're not supposed to get in. No reason to enter that dump anyway. Fuck, you'd have to get me very drunk to show you inside.
Sounds like some ale loose in his tongue.
What do you see, Sunan?
Away at Gunnar. Have you seen how grey and drawn he's been? Should go and comfort
Ya, cuma dibersih-bersih ya.
He's got to keep him company on his thoughts and that daft girl Geba.
I would know more about you, Gwyneth. You are certainly an odd little bird.
Mother says there'll be no one like me in the whole of creation. From the dawn of dust to the end of sorrows.
Your mother trusts you. Let you run about on your own.
She spends the holiday blessing hermits in old rocks. What fun is that?
And your father, Gwyneth? Where is he?
Well, it's not to be spoken of, but I was born from the union of my mother with the horned king of the forest, Genunos.
You are close with Bridget?
She's like a big sister. But it's not like I'm going to get to see her much anymore once she leaves with you and Gunnar.
How do you spend your days, Gwyneth?
Collecting dead things for Mama's spells. I have quite a collection. Birds, mice, beetles, and I dance, and I can talk to cats.
I should find Kunan. Have you seen Kunan?
Hey, it's the Mary Ruid. Rhyme with me, Mary Ruid. On Samhain night, all out to flight, some to... I've messed up the rhyme.
The man tries to rhyme with all his might.
Didn't take much to outwit me. You're really good. Good enough for a reward.
Many thanks. Enjoy the festival.
Someone gave in the churchyard have a key. Kita harus ke sini. Seseorang yang bernama Geva punya kunci.
any mercy. Granted to this old sinner.
Gunnar is inside. I must find a way to get in.
There you are, Snake Tongue.
Eivor! Have you been enjoying the festivities?
We're done with this shadow play. Tefter's safe, and I know of your plan to sacrifice him in your stead.
You think I mean to escape the flames? I go to the Wicker Man gladly, but I will not leave Glowecester in the hands of the Christian zealot.
Then what? Leave your people without a leader? And an angry church ready with holy fire?
They won't be without a leader. Modron will sit upon the Horn's throne.
Are you telling me that Modron lied?
Ha! We've turned you in circles like a dog, haven't we? Modron was the architect of Tewdwr's murder, Eivor.
All to take control of Glowecestrescire for herself. It would be a hard grasp to hold, surrounded by Christians on all sides.
There was no other way. She had a vision. Tewdwr framed by flames and burning. Everything we created together.
Everything? You and Modron? Then... Gwyneth?
A man must get his house in order before his death. Feather his nest for his children.
You and the witch? This was the plan. To make me dance your merry tune, so you could build a legacy for your daughter.
I always desired Modron. So when she asked me to take the part in a fertility ritual, of course I agreed. Our union conceived not only Gweneve, but a united Glowecestrescire. One that Tewdwr would stamp out.
This is where you failed, Gunnar. Tewdwr is a changed man. He straddles the same line as you.
Tewdwr? The boy has the head of a mule. You taught him reason?
Not just I. The kindness of bandits and strange Britons. He embraces Christ and churn in us alike.
Shit. Prophecy is a strange web, is it not? Tewdwr's reformation just needed a kidnapping and a dedicated Dane. Eivor, Modron will have taken Tewdwr to her forest temple. If you make haste, you might be able to stay her blade. I have much to attend to here, otherwise I'd lead you myself. Go now. Unless you plan on killing me first.
You will die in the Wicker Man, yes.
You are already a dead man. I will not make your people suffer for your actions.
Thank you, Eivor. Your mercy will be rewarded, I'm sure.
kan mau ngebunuh si Tedler. Oh, di sini dia. Oke, kita susul dia. Ternyata si penyihir bersekongkol. Oh.
This area is off limits.
Stay awake.
Ayo ke sini. Ayo ke sini.
The chanting, it's faint, but I recognize Mordrin's voice.
Ayo dekatin. Mantap.
Get fire!
Rend you, meat!
Lanjut ke bawah. Anjir, ke atas lagi. Oke, sebelum ke sana kita ambil dulu. Ada yang punya kunci.
Stay on your guard. You're dead! Oh, how the blood will flow!
Cast about this land, my friend.
Frag Death Ability Upgrade. Apa ini? Oh, pura-pura. Cep, anjir. Langsung. Push.
Smells like a trap.
Not getting away, fool!
Waduh. Anjir.
Have I stepped into Alfheim? Or is this a new realm entirely?
Take this body. Eat of him and leave the land. Shadownon, hear my plea and guide my hand. Cut down our foes and fill our field with grain. Sweat and blood, death and birth. Turn this man from beast to earth.
Modron! Stay your blade, or die at my hand.
I should have known Kunan wouldn't have it in him to quarter you for the dogs.
It's a cold bitch who throws her lover to the wolves for her own crimes.
You understand so little. No matter. Let me enlighten you with the fury of the gods.
Take this!
Return the sword!
Die, Modron!
Mokan. Mokan.
Do it then. Leave Glowecestrescire in the hands of that Christian, and for what? Your name and some trade routes?
Do you doubt the power of your gods to sway the mind of a man? Tefter is no longer the zealot you believe him to be.
A man will lie to save his skin. When you are gone, he'll gut me and burn my people. The gods showed me this.
Kunan spoke of your vision. The Nordenir spin their fatal threats, but without your plan, his heart would remain unchanged.
Then I have no regrets. But I had a vision of you as well. One of a path that twists like the river Ouse.
A seer's spinnings twist limb and word alike. Prophecy is a river, and we are powerless to fight its clutches. She was fighting to protect her people, but she ground your name to dust, sullied the honor of herself and her people.
Ternyata anjir. Spare lah, kita spare.
I spared Kunan. Say your goodbyes and keep out of my sight, witch.
Mother?
What is this? Is this... Are we in hell?
No. We're in England. How are you feeling?
I feel well. But it's a little fragrant in here, is it not?
You will live to be Eldorman yet, Tefter, despite the many attempts on your life.
Attempts? Untimely death? God's blood!
You're safe, and the ceremony will proceed in Gloucester.
Your wounds should heal by the next moon, if you get some rest.
Then you have my thanks, Mother Modron. Lovely woman. Utterly terrifying, though. Let's return with haste. This cave is a place of nightmares.
Ternyata pengkhianat anjir. Burning of the Wicker Man. Speak with Gunnar. Oh, di situ dia ya. Oke. Setelah kita menyelamatkan si Glowecestrescire, susah banget namanya dari si Modron. Kita akhiri dulu petualangan kita di Glowecestrescire. Sampai ketemu di petualangan berikutnya. Kita akan melihat Wicker Man in Fire. Thank you. Bye bye.